Because, you know, in history, they say the president that was treated the worst was Abraham Lincoln, but he had the Civil War, you know, so he had a little Civil War going.
You know who was covered worse than me, they say?
Who?
Abraham Lincoln. I've heard the one person, it used to be 5 or 6, now it's down to 1, Honest Abe Lincoln. They say he got the worst press of anybody. I say I dispute it.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and it seems that everywhere we go, we are being bombarded by messaging in some form of media platform. This overstimulation of information can often lead folks, especially the undereducated Trump faithful, to have to choose what to focus on. Their lack of attention span typically leads them to gravitate towards narratives that make them feel good or get them fired up instead of having to face uncomfortable facts.
What was the cause of the Civil War, the U.S. Civil War in the 1800s?
What was the cause of the Civil War?
What do you think the cause of the Civil War was?
I don't know.
I am greeted with a hostile press, the likes of which no president has ever seen. The closest would be that gentleman right up there. They always said Lincoln. Nobody got treated worse than Lincoln. I believe I am treated worse.
Abraham Lincoln. And Jackson was treated very badly. And a couple of others were treated. Andrew Jackson, he was treated very badly. And a few others. And I haven't seen the new list, but if I'm not number 1 over Abraham Lincoln, I will be very disappointed.
So when Donald Trump spoke at his rally in Las Vegas over the weekend that he has been treated worse than Abraham Lincoln, it really didn't raise any eyebrows with those in attendance. In fact, the crowd cheered him on. Donald minimized the importance of the Civil War to lead into one of his usual self-centered rants. He did this by comparing himself to the 16th president and author of the Emancipation Proclamation, Abraham Lincoln. Those in attendance didn't know enough about history or just didn't care about Donald's comparison. Abraham Lincoln was essentially killed for his role in supporting black citizenship. But Donald Trump has been treated worse. Yeah, right. That's an absolute joke, folks. Donald Trump is delusional to compare himself to Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln had a legacy of achievements. Donald has none. Lincoln ended slavery and preserved the Union. Donald only seeks to destroy it. It is Lincoln that is immortalized in marble in Washington, D.C. at the Lincoln Memorial under the words, "In this temple, as in the hearts of the people for whom he saved the Union." The memory of Abraham Lincoln is enshrined forever. Donald Trump, on the other hand, is facing 91 felony charges and was just ordered to pay E. Jean Carroll $83 million in a defamation case. This ruling came after he was found guilty of sexually abusing her. Trump has been indicted on a variety of charges too. So why can't his MAGA cult distinguish between fact and fiction and kick this guy to the curb and move on from Donald Trump? Truth is often difficult for some people. This is especially true with Donald Trump supporters. Facts often lead to frustration with these folks. They don't want to admit that they were wrong. Donald gives them the permission to be pridefully ignorant. These are the very people who often turn to opinion-based media because it gives them a way to understand the world and their place in it. Donald Trump makes these people feel good about themselves because they have a hard time with critical thinking. Validation from an authority figure is what many of them crave. It's sad to see a con artist like Donald Trump take advantage of people that he claims to care about. But this is the very reason that the GOP is attacking public education. The willfully ignorant are the easily duped. We are facing global challenges that will require countries to come together and work together to solve. Donald Trump is not the guy to lead the nation and the free world. Donald Trump won't be remembered for accomplishments like Lincoln's either. Trump may be lucky if someone hangs his picture in an outhouse someplace, and that's an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.